Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. We got another ladder game. The Galactic Resistance League, the ladder leagues, are still ongoing. Check out the brackets, I'll put a link in the description to see that. It's on the website under the competitive section. One of the tabs next to global rating, 1v1 ladder rating, etc. It's right there. So there's different brackets, so whatever your rating, you have a chance to win. And now we'll see a couple of players who are, well, Mephi is quite far up on in the rankings at last I've seen, with a very nice win rate. Turbo, not sure where he is in the ladder leagues exactly, but I don't think he's doing as well as Mephi. So let's introduce them properly. We got Turbo here in the Seraphim blue on the top, and on the bottom Mephi. Cybran as always. Cybran as always. Seraphim quite nice in this map, as you can see. There's some water to float over, so the phobos should be used liberally. Now we have second land for Turbo. Interesting. Oh, he started making a factory there and decided maybe I need just one more power generator, and so that's what he does. And with only 3 pigeons, he's going to make a second factory thanks to this very hard-working lumberjack engineer, sucking up all the tree groups that are next to the base. He's also grabbing a lot of trees here, grabbing some trees here. This is going to slow down his expansion, but he deems it worth it. I'm not so sure. Mephi, on the other hand, has now finished his second air factory, which is the normal thing to do, with 5 power generators. Also getting quite a lot of reclaim. I believe the bottom side has more tree reclaim available to it right next to the base, I think, by the looks of it. And so Mephi doing the normal thing, second air, and then he's going to go third land. You also see third air on this map. From many people, Turin would be one who would do that. I guess you would see maybe farms would do it. It's an option, and not a bad one either. But Mephi just going normal. Third land, I think that's more common. No bomber from Mephi, as he probably, well, he could have taken. Oh, now he sees that the air factory is still not complete, so we should see something. Yeah, cancel, and here comes the bomber. Yeah, you can see there. Just let that inti finish, and then immediately fix the queue so that he could get a bomber out and do some nice damage. He's also attack moved into the base of Turbo to make sure he kills the initial air units, and then he can bomb with impunity. And perhaps we'll see a very quick transport as well soon after that, although it's not queued up. And now actually second air factory planned. So Mephi should be a little worried about land at the start, because his opponent has gone very quickly to the second land, and that's a lot of units. The problem, however, on this map with this early land attack is, well, you can't go through the middle of the map. So the travel time is a lot longer. You have to go the whole way down to the corner of the map to get to the other side. Unless, of course, you make some Lobos, which he hasn't done, very sadly. A Lobo across the river here to attack. Do some raiding will be nice. Of course, he would definitely need an air scout to make it happen. Although he could, I guess, try and ground fire onto the Hydro and Mexes, but that would be pretty try-hard. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Turbo, no dodge. Oh, there is a dodge. A late one. He takes one bomb to the face, but dodges the others and survives. And Mephi is now turning around, but he may actually lose the bomber. Wow. Dodge. Dodge again. Dodge again. Dodge again. Wow. Well, that bomber was about as bad as it could have been. Turbo did well to dodge and also to catch the bomber with those two indies. I think Mephi messed up his micro a little bit. Would have loved to see some manual reclaim. If the map started with this mass on it, there's no question that people would click on it. But you know, when it lands there, suddenly people don't give a shit. But you know, small margins. And that's brutal. 3 kills on these inties. Mephi is tying down the air completely. And he's going to get his drop away without any problem. Oh, there's so many units here, but they're so far away that actually they're not going to be in time unless, well, 6 engineers dropping in one location. They're going to build a PD very quickly and secure the location. Over here we have these units being put to good use, defending the single engineer that's expanding here. There's no other engineers around. No expansion to these mexes, which is bizarre. It's honestly quite bizarre. And Mephi continues to just crush every inti that comes out. And oh my god, 244 mass killed on that inti that just died. That's ridiculous. And these units are so late to the party. Very sad situation for Turbo. He's even wasting them into the PD. 5 kills now. And this expansion is basically secure. So looking good for Mephi right now. Oh, this raid, however, looks potentially quite dangerous. Unfortunately, the weak Tham is at the front and he gets taken out. There's only 2 Mantis, a single Medusa, which should not be able to do much of anything. This PD is not going to finish. Will the Medusa shot land? Oh, I think it might have. But the Medusa is dead, the Mantis is dead, the Engineer is dead, and perhaps we will see some Mexes die. Wow, how did that Mantis die? Or Tham. Some Thams heading towards here. That's not gonna do much. There's a PD here. The ACU is here. I don't know where. Oh, the ACU is already just gonna walk the whole way across to this expansion. It's just sort of. It's sort of normal. I'm not convinced that it's actually the best play anymore. It used to be the meta pretty much, but I'm sort of rethinking it in recent times. These Thams are gold. They hasn't killed the other 2 Mexes, unfortunately, but this raid is quite nice. Oh, some anti-air getting shot for free, and it looks like Turbo is taking back air control, which is interesting. I did not expect that to happen, but there we go. It has happened. Oh, Jester raid. There goes the Engineer, making sure that this PD will not have any walls and there will not be a factory, much more crucially. Turbo looking to crush air again, more random inties just chilling out, and also a couple of air scouts go down. They're not free. And Turbo definitely has more units here on the top side, far more, but or on the right side. This base, however, is producing some nasty little creepy crawlies. And with a few Mantis, he can kill this PD, especially without it having walls. I actually saw something Zlo was doing. I think it was on a stream, and he was sandboxing Mantis versus PDs, where he would send the first Mantis in, and then immediately he would micro this. He would send one Mantis towards the PD, then he would have the larger group behind send them in later, or well, just behind the first Mantis. So the first Mantis draws the fire of the PD, and then he micros that Mantis around, dodging the shots from the PD, and kills the T1 PD with Mantis for free. And that is high level shit. And I haven't actually seen anyone do it in a game. I haven't seen if... I'm sure he's probably done it in a game. Mephi finds himself in the rare situation of actually being able to hit the PD while the walls are still up. Doesn't matter, he still gets rid of the walls just to make sure. Takes significant amounts of damage. And takes some shots from... Uh-oh. Okay, this is why I'm not so sure this move is the best anymore. Also, usually you bring some units with you. Doing it with just the ACU solo is very risky, and here come a lot of units. He is going to be in time to reach the water, I'm sure of it, if he doesn't stop walking. Oh god, he's taking a lot of shots to the face. No. I'm sure he thinks he's reached the water. He clicked into the water. He's at 1300 HP. And he's still taking damage. Dodge. Dance. Oh, he gets a vet. And now he's up to 1600 again. And he's stopped dodging again. Oh, no. 1100. Jesus. That was ridiculous. He arrived with 10,000 HP and he left with 1,000 HP after getting a 1,000 HP boost from the veterancy. T2 Air, where's the torpedo bomber? One torpedo bomber and he's dead. Where's the torpedo bomber? Turbo, wake up. Oh damn. Sometimes ladder games are stressful to watch and cast. They're... damn. Where is the torpedo bomber? On the upside for Mephi, he has killed the entire top expansion with these mantis. But in that army's wake comes Turbo's ACU with a supporting cast of Thams and Zuis, and this base will be destroyed. And so these Mantis and Medusa and the one scout will be destroyed, and the expansion on the top will be retaken. Transport would be nice. Mephi upgrades stealth very intelligently, so now he cannot be spotted in the water except by units with water vision. That is, units that are actually touching the surface of the water, as in boats, and say things that actually go on the surface, like, well, non-hover units. There, I think Riptides touch the water, right? So they would have some water vision, whereas Yenzines would not, if I remember correctly. Wagner's obviously would be able to see the water, but air units are not going to be able to catch him. So he is very safe in the water right now, and he has taken this base with his engineers. He gets some reclaim, and now he's trying to do some raiding along the map. Turbo is still doing really well in the air, and his gunships are cleaning up this army. He needs transport to quickly retake these mexes. Losing 6 mexes, you can't be down 6 mexes for a long time and expect to be in a good position. However, on the other side, 0 units for Mephi on the left. He's raiding on the right, but he's gonna get raided horribly on the left side now. So this is just punch, counter punch going on. And Mephi building more factories on the right hand side, as now there is a lot of units for Turbo. And somehow he only has 500 power income and is making T2 air units, and he's fine. Finally he finishes the P-Gen, so now he's in a much better power scenario. I don't know how he was so low on power for so long. Mephi with 800 power is stalling 500. Some things just don't make sense, and they just are. But there we go. And now Mephi is 1200. He's still way down. Is he? Oh, there we go. That's why. He's making an upgrade. He's making the gun, right? No. He's making T2, I think. Pretty sure. Because you get minus 50 from the stealth, and then minus 190 from the upgrade to T2. This is a dead hydrocarbon, just at the point where he needs the power. Well, his T2 finished at the right time there. The entire left side is raided now, and actually this army, well, could potentially run towards the base, but there's actually PDs going up. T1 and T2, I think running all along the bottom side would be absolutely crippling to Turbo. There's no way he could stop the raid. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mexes here. And then what's he gonna do? Send units from this base south and then get attacked from the north? This army is very dangerous, and actually there's a ton of pigeons here right at the front of the base. And that's exactly where Turbo is sending his Zooies. Look, he's already in range of all these. He can kill so much stuff from a completely safe position at the bottom of this cliff here. Oh my god. Meanwhile, I would definitely be sending some units and THAMs along the bottom. Do some really nice damage, but this is brutal. Sacrifice the Zooies. They're already dead. Well, he probably could have protected them with some THAMs, but there you go. Hindsight is 2020. That's a lot of dead power. That's such a brutal attack there. Actually, the Zooies are all gonna die, and they're not cheap either, but they're cheaper than pigeons, that's for sure, and much easier to replace. Mephi is gonna be, yeah, he's back down to 800 power, the position he was in before his T2 pigeon finished. That's a lot of income that just disappeared, and even the reclaim was mostly destroyed, almost all of it. So not even mass to get from that. Rhinos should be able to kill all these THAMs, but they have run directly into range of every single THAM, so that's pretty sad for them. He may actually lose one. Ouch. Yeah, pretty... he's actually not going to kill all the THAMs because of that. Micro is important, people. It's very important. There goes both those rhinos. Just getting crushed by the THAMs. And that was very nice from Turbo. What has happened elsewhere? Turbo... Oh no, that's normal. I thought he had lost some pigeons, but he hasn't. That's where he should be at. Does look like he's completely lost the impetus though. On the right hand side, Mephi's built a rather decent army, and this is a bad waste of units. Not sure where Turbo's looking, but that's not too good. What I would like to see, this location you can walk over. You see the ACs walk over that at the start. Send some Zooies here. Attack move into this base. Very nice. Almost free damage. We have T2 land, and the Ilshis are on the field. These units that survived the Rhino charge are doing some nice raiding. And what can the gunships do? He could potentially go after the ACU. Definitely needs to make a little bit of use of them. A couple of these have not been used. This one is probably one of the gunships that cleaned up the attack on the north aeons ago. What is the air like? Mephi is a world-renowned inti spammer, and he has 71. He has been down on air for almost the entire game, but now he is for sure in the lead. Turbo with some out of fuel or almost out of fuel intis, and 45 healthy fully fueled ones. So Mephi definitely has regained air control. He just needs to exercise that control. And sooner rather than later, because he's lost map control here. He's been raided. He's fully pushed back here. He has one forward mechs outside his base. And it's time to fight back. And air is the avenue that the arena that he should use to come back here. There's no doubt about it. Where are the Corsairs or the gunships? I expect he'll go for Corsairs, if I had to guess. Now, he does have a decent few T2 units here on the left versus 0 T2 production at all. No Ilshis coming from this side. That's a strange Inti waste there. And now Turbo can probably see that there are way more Intis for Mephi. He has double now. 87 versus 50. Yeah, almost double. We have no support factories on the left. The ACU is hiding. It's not as good at hiding as the Cybern ACU. I think you gotta have a support factory on the left side. Oh, he's making it here. Strange place to put it, honestly. I think here would be the best position. Get the ACU there. Maybe ACU upgrades are a decent idea to help defend this location, because now he's going to be under pressure. These gunships will be taken out. This Turbo may be unknowingly provoking the air fight that's going to prove very costly to him. Here come the Intis, and there go all the gunships. And actually, no air fight here, but Turbo has to know that this is a bad situation. He does. Yeah, here comes 3 flaks immediately out of the support factory. Very logical decision to make there. He has... Ooh. This is another spot potentially for support factory, although it's quite far away. In this scenario, it's probably not a good place to put it. But at T1 factory, at least, would be nice. In a location where you have all this economy. Mephi slightly ahead of total mass. This is a very even game. Mephi doing better on the reclaim front, that's for sure. Although he has perhaps been raided a bit more heavily in recent times, and therefore that leaves some reclaim for him. A lot of the time you'll see people with more reclaim, and it's due to the fact that more of their own stuff has died, so you can't always use that metric as a metric of who's really doing better. Sometimes it's a metric of who's taking more damage. There's a lot of Ilshavo, and they're not being made use of. I feel like Turbo, well, yeah, intel is a problem. We need a T2 radar for sure. Oh, what is this? T2PD, and I'm sure that means that there's an ACU here. Turbo can't see anything. That makes it even more likely that it's an ACU, because we know Mephi has stealth. This is a lot of Ilshavo here. 11. Oh, look at the Medusa. The stuns are so brutal. Never underestimate the mini Scathus. The T1 Scathus. A lot of Nothas came in, and they've only just killed a single Rhino. And oh, this is nice from Turbo. You can see he brings his flak directly here, parks his Intis. He's trying to bait in Mephi's Intis, and then he will lose all of his interceptors, that's for sure. But he may kill a huge portion of Mephi's. Oh, yes. Well done from Turbo. Maybe he shouldn't have committed his air, though. Actually, in that scenario, I think committing his air might not have been good. Also, he should target fire Intis in the middle of the group, I think, to avoid Mephi dodging too much of the fire. The Nothas now get targeted as the flaks, which have done huge damage. Look at this. 19 kills on this one. 18 kills. 8 kills on this one. Notha's getting some damage on the Intis as well. Not bad. And now, yeah, the the Inties from Turbo get caught. Mephi has one air control despite the nice maneuver. Definitely a nice maneuver from Turbo there with the flex, but maybe with 5 flex it would have been possible to save the air, but in this scenario it wasn't possible. Difficult to see how he could have executed it perfectly, but that was a very good try, honestly. The Inti spam was too much. More flex coming out on the side, and actually those hero flex have died, it seems. Here they are. Sad. Sad that he's lost them. He's going to have to replace them now. Attempted attack here in this location, but all the reinforcements from this base here. We have a sport factory. Seems to be enough to defend, but look, there's like 6 idle Ilshis back here that need to be brought forward. Some Yenzins I would also like to see run across the water, get some raiding done, be annoying everywhere. It looks like that was a small raid. Don't know what happened there. Maybe some Zuis. Uh-oh. Ilshi's getting caught in the middle of a group of rhinos. That's not what you want. You gotta use the range. And that Miss Micro hurts a lot, honestly, on this side of the map now. With this T2 PD coming out of the water, Mephi has put himself in a much better position, taking out one base from Turbo, and he will recapture that base shortly. He also can take control of the battleground, or where the airfight took place, and that's not going to be insignificant. Look at that mass here. 10,000 mass. Holy shit. 10,000 mass on the screen there. Big time reclaim field for Mephi, and there's no way he's going to lose any of this reclaim. That's for sure. It's all his. That's a sad. Not that flying into static flak and static T1A. Well, what's next for Turbo? He has to bounce back, but it looks like, oh, we're very late with the flex here, aren't we? And therefore, again, the Ilsheva will have to retreat. It seems that every moment the Ilsheva, he has so many of them, but still he cannot break through and kill one of these bases. Perhaps with the ACU. Oh, he has got T2 in his ACU. Maybe the T2 ACU can do some good work. Over here. Oh no. We had some terraforming action from something, maybe a factory or something, and it's messed up the terrain so badly that the Ilsheva are shooting the ground, and the PDs, and that's just pure money for the Medusa. They're just firing over, killing everything, getting veterancy. Oh my, this one has 4 vets. I mean, the rhinos aren't too happy about it, but the Medusa colleagues are having a great time. Bombers coming in, missing. Still 4 Ilshis. So many Ilshis. Oh no. 3 support factories here getting absolutely mauled. And oh, that's really terrible. That's so sad to see. This terrain stuff cost Turbo this entire base 3 support factories. That's so brutal. That is so brutal. And he could not afford this at all. Now, somehow his mech survives, that's good, but it honestly doesn't matter. He lost 3 T2 support factories. Lost PDs. He has no engineers now in the area. That could be the attack that really clinches it, honestly, because that was brutal. And now T3 land for Mephi. Definitely, I like that switch. It was necessary because there's more and more Ilshis building up, and eventually Ilshis are just going to overpower the rhinos, even with the Medusa combo. You really got to keep moving though. Single move orders I don't know. This micro is pretty disappointing from Turbo, I gotta say. Because if you just move in a straight line, the Medusa will hit you. You have to move in different directions, and he's just wasted his whole army here. And it's funny that this often happens, where just in a couple of minutes, the game is decided by a few moves, and I think we've just seen that. I think we've seen this is going to turn heavily in Mephi's favor now. He has so much mass. Look at the reclaim. 30,000 reclaim now versus 6. This whole field is gone. He should be able to take back this base. There's engineers here, but that doesn't matter. The Ilchevo have been killed now. There's a lot of reclaim left here as well. And look at this. Instantly Mephi is on this reclaim. Look at that. That's what you need to be doing. And now with 4 bricks out already versus still T2 land only, this army being wiped, I think this may be the end for poor Turbo. And such a close game, but you can see at some point Mephi just showed what's possible. Comes out of the water with the T2 ACU and takes a base with just a couple of PDs. That's all. That's all that was needed. This turns the game. Then he's in a very good position. Carries on. Gets a very brutal attack here, aided by completely fucked terrain. Constantly manages to stave off the Ilchevo on the right hand side, which was crucial. And now the game is surely out of Turbo's reach without any T3 land. I mean, it's 17% T3 land upgrade, no map control versus 6 bricks, because 2 are in a transport, and a loyalist, just a random loyalist. And this should be it. I don't think we have any snipe planned, do we? I don't see any attacking air units, just lots of inties and a complete lack of mass. Turbo asks the classic question, how much reclaim? Mephi responds 35k. Turbo's sitting here looking at 7,000 mass reclaim thinking, what the fuck? Where did he find that? Are there some hidden rocks on this map that I don't know about? Now the ACU, without a gun upgrade actually, just the T2 is faced with a brick and a loyalist, a Medusa, some rhinos, and he doesn't wait. He ends the game, drops the well played on Mephi, and it was well played. Very, very nice game from Mephi. Just showing that once we got to that position where it was very even, you could just see Mephi had a plan. And, you know, simple plan, but it was extremely effective. Just come out of the water. Now, maybe if Turbo had his own AC upgrade, or if he was in this location, he could fight off this ACU. But as it was, I think this was a very key point, killing this base with the commander. Mephi does love to use his T2 ACU as Cybran, even though it's probably not a favorite of most people. He's definitely a big fan. And then from there, well, he just ground out the left side completely, defended the right as long as he had to, and yeah, definitely once the T3 land was out, that switch completely sealed the deal. There's anything Turbo could do really once the bricks were out. His Ilchevo will become a lot less valuable. So, well played, Mephi and Turbo. Nice game here on Forbidden Pass. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon for another cast or stream. Bye, guys.